Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks. And Wargaming are bringing back the Waffentrager Alf E100. Yeah, probably one of the most, if not the most, overpowered tank of all time is coming back in a special game mode. They spruced it up. It's going to be 1 versus 7 player versus player combat, which I'm going to be streaming for the first time later on today. But also, Wargaming have decided that it wasn't just enough to put this fun game mode in the game. They also wanted to sell us Footlockers as well. So these special Footlockers are available for $1 on the worldoftanks.com website, and on the EU, it's pretty much about €1 or about 70 or 80 pence per Footlocker. And as for the loot that's inside these Footlockers, yeah, let's be honest, this is pretty much a loot crate, right? So inside these loot crates, there's random rewards, which effectively you're going to have to gamble to be able to try and get. Now, there's some fairly okay rewards, like 3 days of premium time, some personal training manuals, that's 850,000 experience for a single crew member, or even some credit boosters. Each loot crate is guaranteed to have 100 gold inside it. But there's also a chance, and as I've said before, you should never really buy these loot crates to get a specific tank, to receive tier 8 premium vehicles. There's really too many to mention here, but there's one that is highlighted in gold called a T-77, which is a brand new tier 8 American auto-loading premium heavy tank. Now, I'm not going to be talking about all of the statistics of the T-77. This would be turning into a mega video if I was going to do that, and I can tell you it's already going to be very long. Stay tuned to the channel for subsequent videos, and I'll do a full review on the T-77 in the upcoming days. Nevertheless, I seek clarification from Wargaming whether the T-77 is going to be available outside of gambling to be able to get it inside these loot crates, and unfortunately it's not. So just like with the E75 TS and the Object 703 version 2, you're probably going to have to wait 6 months or 9 months before you see the T-77 available to buy separately outside of gambling in loot crates to be able to get it. Once again, as I've done with all of my previous videos on the topic for these loot crates and having brand new content available exclusively inside them, I condemn the practice, and Wargaming, I continue to implore you to allow us to buy the vehicle separately. Do not make us gamble to get new content inside your game. Now, Wargaming haven't published any statistics of the likelihood for you to be able to get any of these tier 8 premium vehicles, and especially the one that most likely you're going to want, the T-77. And so today, that is my goal with this video. Wargaming gave all of the community contributors 200 of these loot crates, and I'm going to be opening them all up right now, detailing their contents so you can see exactly how much value you would be able to get from them. Now, let me clarify that if I wanted to buy 200 loot crates myself, they're available in stacks of 10. It would have cost me £6.93 times by 20. It would have cost me £138.60. So that is the monetary value of what you're going to see me opening up here. Now, I haven't paid Wargaming for these loot boxes. They've given them to all of the content creators, so I only see it fair that I will be adding this tally as a donation to Cancer Research and Special Effect, a charity that helps those with disabilities to still be able to enjoy the video games that we all love. And I will be adding this amount to the total that I give during my annual fundraiser, which will be happening in December this year. So with all that said and done, let's get opening these special Footlockers, which are evidently loot crates by another name. Okay, so here we go. What is going to be in the first box that I get? 100 gold and 150,000 credits. So it's very fitting that my first loot crate actually has the worst possible content inside it. But interestingly enough, for the first time for Wargaming's loot crates, they always seem to give us at Christmas, but now they also want to be giving us them at the end of September as well. It's not even Halloween yet, ladies and gents. They've actually implemented a reroll system into this. So I can choose to spend 100 gold, i.e. all the gold that I just got from this loot crate that I spent $1 on, to re-roll the loot crate to see if I can get a better prize from it. So should we try and do that? Here we go. Reopen. It will cost me 100 gold and it will re-roll. Okay, reopen. What do I get now? Oh god. I spent 100 gold to trade 150,000 credits for a single demounting kit. Are you kidding me? That's 10 gold. So I've spent $1 to get 10 gold. Oh my god. Now, sure, I would have felt really good if I'd gambled that 100 gold and I'd got the new T-77 that I want. But I just spent $1 and I got 10 gold inside the game. In fact, I got a demounting kit, which is even worse than 10 gold because there's only one way that I can spend it. Alright, well, I'm not gambling 250 gold, that's for sure. Oh, dear. Congratulations. Your rewards from the special Footlocker. A demounting kit for my $1. Does anyone else feel immensely patronized? I do. I do very much feel immensely patronized, Twitch. 100 gold and what else? 150,000 credits. Well, that's the worst possible outcome. So let's reopen. Let's try and gamble my 100 gold. What's that? 20,000 experience? So I spent $1 to get 100 gold, to then re-gamble the 100 gold, and I got a 20,000 experience crew book. For Czechoslovakia! Oh my lord. This is a whole new level of... Oh, I feel sick. I mean, I don't feel quite so sick because I got these boxes for free and I'm donating the money to cancer research and special effects. But I can tell you, if this was my dollars, I wouldn't be too happy about this, YouTube. Okay, 100 gold. What do I get? 50% experiences for an hour. So I guess that's not too bad. So I spent $1 and I can have 5 hours of 50% extra experience and 100 gold. That's not too bad. But that's one of the better results. Okay, I'm just going to click claim reward. All right, let's just go through it. Let's go through all of these boxes. This is going to take a very long time to be able to do. Shall I start doing 5s instead? Shall I do 5s instead? How can I do 5s instead? Okay, 100 gold. And I got myself 50% experience for an hour. Okay, I guess I better reopen. Like, what are we going to get if we reopen? 150,000 credits! So now I just spent $1 to get 150,000 credits. I can tell you, I could have played one game in a tier 8 premium tank, like I was doing yesterday for my premium showcase, and I would have been able to get $1's worth of credits. So I spent $1. Oh, it's actually horrific. Okay, I'm not doing very well with these reroll mechanics so far, honestly. But, you know, I guess oh, that is disgusting. 150,000 credits for my $1. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I guess if I open one more... Okay, if I go back, is there a way that I can just open 5 of them at the same time instead? Otherwise, this is going to take forever. Okay, let's just go for it anyway. Fun, right? 100 gold. What else do I get? 150? Okay, I'm going to reopen. I'm going to spend my gold again. Let's spend my gold. A premium day. A premium day for 100 gold. Actually, for $1. Holy crap, that's the most expensive way to play World of Tanks ever. I spent $1 and I got 1 premium day because I gambled my 100 gold back into it. That would cost me $30 a month to get premium time, which usually, if you just spend gold to be able to get the premium time, you can get it for about $5 to $10 tops. So effectively, that is, I'd say, about 6 times worse value. 6 times worse value for my $1 than if I just hadn't gambled. Oh, well, I guess it'll be made up for when I guess it will be made up for when we manage to... when we get the good stuff, right? So let's see if we can get the good stuff. Alright. Am I going to re-roll them? You know what? I'm not even going to re-roll them, Twitch. And YouTube, goodness gracious, apologies for constantly saying it. I feel like when I'm streaming and I'm doing these long form factor videos, that it can't be a YouTube video, right? Alright, let's keep smashing these crates open. 100 gold. And I got what? A training booklet for Italy. I've got to reopen that. Come on. I got to reopen that. I got a training booklet for Germany instead. So I traded 100 gold to get a training booklet for Germany. I spent $1 to get some crew training on my German crews that I could have achieved in 2 or 3 games inside a premium tank. And I would have had all the credits as well. Yeah, this is pretty rough. I'm not going to lie. Okay, cool. 100 gold. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. 50% extra credits for 5 hours. That one's nice. I'm going to be claiming that one. That's definitely one of the better rewards that you can possibly get. That will really help. So that's not too bad, but all of the other ones that we've had have been really poor value, in my opinion. 100 gold. Are we going to get a demounting kit? That's 10 gold. I mean, I've got to re-roll the 10 gold, right? Why do I want 10 gold? Because I'm going to get 50% experience for an hour. It's awful. It's awful. Oh, it's awful. God, these, like, oh, special Footlockers, my butt. 100 gold. What else? Give me a premium tank. Come on, give me a tier 8 premium tank. No, you're going to give me an experience booster. Well, I'm going to reopen it. Might as well reopen it, right? So I traded 100 gold to get 50 gold that I can only use to demount things. I literally just lost 50 gold, and now I have to spend the 50 gold on demounting equipment. If I was a free-to-play player, that would be a terrible trade. Well, I am a free-to-play player on my free-to-play account, but not on my main account. As you can see, I've got 300,000 gold on this account, mostly from opening these loot boxes and donating the money to charity. All right, what do we got here? Oh! Woo! I can't believe that's happened. Okay, the anxiety is gone. YouTube, the anxiety is gone. Oh my lord, I got the new tank. That doesn't usually happen, all right? How many of you watched my last unboxing video where we opened, I think it was like 200 crates and we didn't manage to get the Object 703 version 2? I'm quite happy that we managed to get the T77 there. Of course I'm going to claim, like I'm going to reopen that. I also got a demounting kit, so it shows you that you can get multiple rewards. So there are actually multiple slots. So you can get one from slot 1, one from slot 2, and then obviously you're guaranteed to get the 100 gold. Okay, we got the T77. That is the new premium heavy tank. Hooray, I can make my review on it for all of you for probably this Wednesday. Yay. Okay, well, look, that was totally worth... That was my 11th crate, so I should write that down, that I got the T77 on my 11th crate. So, I mean, look, I spent $11, I got a tier 8 premium tank. All of the other stuff I got was crap, though, and that was with re-rolling. So what makes me immediately concerned about this is that you're opening these crates, you're spending $1, you're spending $1. It's like you're putting $1 in a slot machine. Crap, 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 crap. And then on the 11th go, I get the thing that I wanted. But that's probably quite lucky to be able to get that. I've opened hundreds of these crates before and not got the thing that I wanted. I think stocks in wargaming for these loot crates just went up, considering that QuickyBaby got to actually get his T77 in the first few crates, right? I don't know. I don't want to encourage this kind of thing. I'm trying to be as explicit as I can with letting you know what the chances are of being able to get these vehicles. So let's continue. So a credit booster, you know what? I'm just going to take it. I'll take the 100 gold. It's not worth re-rolling that. I think the credit boosters are pretty okay. We'll take it. Congratulations. They do kind of make you feel like a hero, right? Every single box, it makes you feel like a hero. This is an awful reward. I'm going to re-roll it. Surely we'll get something better. So I spent $1 to get 100 gold and 10 gold's worth of demounting, and then I gambled my 100 gold to re-roll it, and then I ended up with only the 10. I literally just lost 100 gold just like that because I re-rolled it. So YouTube, I thoroughly recommend that you do not re-roll crates often. Okay, so we actually just got our first 3 days of premium. It's pretty nice. I'll take 3 days of premium, but for $1? No, it's actually not even that good of a deal. I mean, it's nice to get the 100 gold and the 3 days of premium for $1. That's not bad. But that was one of the first times that we actually got something, should we say, really good from it. 150,000 credits. I'm honestly thinking about just not reopening anything. Because what's the point of reopening all of these? I'm not going to reopen any of them anymore. The only ones I might reopen is when I get the 10 gold. I think when I get a demounting kit, I might reopen. So I'm trying to figure out the strategy for all of you right now as to when you should re-roll. Oh my lord, come on. How many of time? Can you believe that Wargaming put something so awful? So I traded 100 gold to trade 10 gold. I basically traded 90 gold. No, sorry, I traded 110 gold worth of value to be able to get a credit booster. But then again, when you think about it, there's a chance that one of the premium tanks come up. And if one of the premium tanks come up, you do get yourself up to 10,000 gold if you already have the vehicle. This is okay, whatever. So the gold value of all of the other vehicles, I've actually got an Excel spreadsheet here that I can show you. So if you get one of the light tanks, it's 5,800 gold. If you get yourself one of the heavy tanks, it can be up to 10,000 gold, which is really what you want to be able to get your hands on. So let me think about it. Just because I get a bad result, does that mean that I shouldn't still re-roll a bad result? If I re-roll a bad result, if there's a 1 in 100 chance, I kind of break even to be able to kind of get the thing that I want. So I think of it like this. All right, here's my gut instinct. I think that you should probably re-roll pretty much mostly everything until you get the T77, if that's what you want. But once again, I would never actually recommend opening these loot crates specifically to get the T77. I think it's going to end up being incredibly expensive for you. And I think that it literally would just be gambling if you were to do that. Now, I got lucky, effectively. I got lucky. I got it on my 11th crate. But remember all of the other times that I've opened these loot crates on YouTube videos, and I have managed to... Oh, I should have re-rolled that one. I've opened up lots of other crates, and I haven't been getting the new content inside them. I'm just going to plow through them, because for me now, re-rolling wouldn't be a good idea, I don't think. I might as well just take what I take, and then I can show you what's actually inside all of the crates. And I'll be able to actually figure out how many I re-rolled. Now, there's actually opportunities to re-roll. You can keep re-rolling the crate again and again and again and again. But it's 500 gold a pop. That's a lot. That's a lot. 500 gold a pop to keep re-rolling it after the first 3 re-rolls. It's pretty outrageous. That's my first 250,000 credits, right? Not too shabby. There's actually 350,000 credits. Well, what am I saying not too shabby for? I mean, 250,000 credits, it's just a game in a premium tank with a credit booster. They're not really too valuable. Okay! Boo, yeah? Alright, so this is another tier 8 premium that we just got. We got ourselves a VK16801P, and we got 10,300 gold compensation for that. So that's where the chart that I put in here to show you all what the compensation would be. It actually tells you this time. In the other loot crates that Wargaming have had, it would just give you the gold, and that's why I have written it all down, because I would have had to have quantified what vehicle we actually got from the amount of gold that we got. But that's a great result. I'm happy to get 10,300 gold for $1. And you also get the 150,000 credits and the 100 gold as well. I mean, when you get lucky and you manage to bag good stuff like this, it makes you feel like a hero, right? And that's exactly what gambling is all about. So that was actually on our 25th box. So I'm going to write that down, that we got a VK1601 on my 25th box. I'd also just like to clarify that the Moistion, aka the skin version of the VK16, I'm going to re-roll this one. Maybe we'll get lucky. The VK1601. just don't re-roll. That's my suggestion. Unless you're absolutely trying to fish for T77s, I wouldn't re-roll. I'm literally just I've thrown away probably about 500 to 1,000 gold so far by re-rolling. I've never got anything good from re-rolling so far, but it is the equivalent of opening the loot crates. Okay, this is actually one of the best ones to get. This is a personal training manual. These things are not available for credits, and they're actually very sought after. That's a great result. I'm really happy. That's actually one of the most sought after things for me personally, as I do pretty much have everything that I need on this account. But that will allow me to boost up a commander to be able to get 2 or 3 skills right from the get-go. Super powerful on the new commander that you can get from something like Amazon Prime, linking up to your Twitch account to be able to get Prime Gaming, and getting Starlight. If you were to use a personal training manual on Starlight or any female commander, that would be incredibly powerful. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. Honestly, if I could get those every single time, I would feel okay. Now that I got my T77, of course. All right, so far, yeah, I'll take that. I mean, I can't believe Wargaming gave us 50% experience for an hour. Why didn't they just give us the best ones? You know, why didn't they give us 100% experience for an hour? Why did they give us 50% ones? I mean, for me personally, 50% are just trash on my main account. Yeah, I just don't think like a 50% experience booster is all that good. Obviously, it's great for somebody who doesn't play very often, but really you can kind of get them for free from events, and when you're spending $1 per box, you kind of expect to get a little bit more than things that you can get for free from events. Really, I just feel that this event, more than ever, the loot seems incredibly heavily skewed towards being able to get the tier 8 premium tanks. We've opened up 31 crates. This will be our 32nd now, and we've had 2 tier 8 premium tanks so far. Fair enough, it was the one that I wanted, so I can't really complain about that. But it just shows you how much of the value is inside those crates. In fact, if you think about it, from the 35 crates or so that I've opened up, I got 3,500 gold, effectively, right? From the actual crate value, but then I gambled like 1,000 of that back in. So what you're actually seeing is kind of the rates as if I'd opened more crates than I actually did. So I've actually, by the end of this, I will kind of have opened up more than 200 crates, even though I opened up 200 crates, because effectively I re-rolled a bunch of the crates. So you're kind of gambling to be able to get the, like this one. I should totally re-roll this one. Let's do it. Let's see if we can get something good. All we get is like credit boosters. It's kind of not worth it. But if I re-roll to be able to get a premium tank, on the other hand, then of course that will be huge. But it just feels like the weighting of the crates is incredibly skewed towards... I'll take that, whatever. I'll probably end up re-rolling that one and get a 1, won't I? Even though that's only 50 gold of value. It's worse than a premium day. That's far worse than a premium day. Like, why did they put in these absolute trash things? Ah, I got another T77. This is outrageous luck. Oh my lord. I've got 2 effectively of the vehicles that I wanted. The only one that I truly wanted on this account, right? 9,800 gold compensation. What box did we get that on? We got 1 on our 11th box, and we are now going to get 1 on side. That was our 37th box. So we've opened up 37 boxes. Fair enough, we've re-rolled some of them as well. So we've probably opened up the equivalent of about 45 so far. And we've got 3 premium tanks. We've got 2 T77s and a VK16801. But again, RNG, I could be getting really lucky for the first time during these loot crates. Stocks at Wargaming keep just slowly rising up as I get better results. I mean, I should reopen this one, right? Surely. I want to reopen and see if I actually get anything good. 3 premium days for 100 gold? Yeah, I mean, it's okay, but that's definitely one of the better rerolls that we've had. But still, I'm trading 100 gold to get 3 premium days. It's not particularly brilliant. Special Footlocker opened up. 5 hours of 50% extra experience. I really couldn't give too much of a darn. I just realized how much of a long video this is going to be. This is going to be a test, you know, whether QuickyBaby could truly be a radio presenter. Can he turn this kind of content into being interesting? Possibly. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I re-rolled a thing and I got every time I've re-rolled, we've had trash. Absolute trash. Every time I've re-rolled. I probably spent like 1,000 gold so far on re-rolling. And sure, like spending 1,000 gold to get $10 worth of crates, if you think about it, isn't a bad idea if I didn't already have the T77. But oh man, the idea that you just spend that $1 and then you spend again then all of the gold you got from the $1 to be able to get like a demounting kit, that's awful. That's awful. But of course you have a chance to re-roll to be able to get something good as well. So when you think about it, if there's a 1 in 100 chance to get a tier 8 premium tank, which it definitely looks like it is, I'm actually starting to think that you should always re-roll 100 unless you get... you should always re-roll once to be able to try and get the thing that you want. I mean, like, this isn't even useful to me. I'm never going to be able to use all of these. So in fact, you know what? I'm going to re-roll. It's just wasted my 100 gold. Sod's law. Yeah, so I think I'm actually going to be re-rolling my rewards. Unless they're what I like, something good. Because that will allow me to get better statistics for all of you as well. Yeah, whatever. I'll take 3 premium days. So this will allow me to get better statistics for all of you as well. So I think that the idea of re-rolling the crates kind of makes sense. If, of course, there are things that you haven't managed to get yet, I'll re-roll that. Fine. I'll spend my gold to be able to re-roll to get 3 premium days. So I just traded 100 gold for 3 premium days. Yeah. Yes. Okay, cool. Dang, have we only opened up 50 crates? This is outrageous. Alrighty then. A premium day? Whatever, I'll take it. I think it's one of the things that I kind of need, but then again, the gold is more valuable. Probably should re-roll a single premium day. But a single premium day is actually a little bit more valuable than getting all of the other stuff. Yeah, whatever, I'll take it. It's really not a good trade for $1 for 100 gold in a premium day. That would mean I'd have to spend $30 to get 3,000 gold in a month of premium. Bad deal. Bad deal. But what's worse, getting that or re-rolling and getting something that you don't want? I'll take 5 hours of credit boosting, though. That's really nice. That's a decent result. It's always a decent result. So hopefully you're all starting to see kind of the better results that you can get from here and the worst kind of results that you can get from here. This one's a bad one. I'm going to re-roll it. Let's see if we can get something good from a re-roll. Okay, so my first actual good result from a re-roll. Okay, I really wanted to do this as well because I wanted to prove that you can get tier 8 premium tanks from re-rolling. It's pure gambling. Wargaming, I put my dollar into the machine, I pulled the handle, you said, we'll give you 100 gold, I took that 100 gold, I put it back in the machine, and then you gave me 7,800 gold, and it goes, the only thing that's stopping this right now is, where's the music, and where's the flashing, well, I guess the flashing lights are on the middle of my screen, right, that they're appearing from the void. But, I mean, that's a really good result for me. I get 7,800 gold, and I get 50 gold worth of the demounting kits. So it shows you that the re-rolling mechanic should be used. This is what I'm starting to feel. So we actually have managed to get 4 tier 8 premium tanks in my first 50 crates. So that T54 mod 1 came on my 50th crate. I wonder what the chances are of the T77, considering that I've already got 2 of them so far in the first 37 crates that I've opened up. Kind of suggests that the chances for the crates are a little bit better. You know what? I'm going to re-roll anything that I feel is not a good deal. I mean, I'm not going to spend 250 gold, though. That's my limit. I think the 100 gold is good, but then the idea of spending 350 gold in total to re-roll twice is pretty outrageous. So I would recommend to always re-roll once if it's not something that's beneficial to you. Like, I should probably re-roll that, honestly. It's a bad result. I mean, I could turn a bad result into a worse result, but that's actually okay. I'll take the 5 hours of credit boosting. I tell you what, I'm going to have infinite amounts of boosting. If Wargaming put these inside these crates from now on, especially at Christmas, I'm just going to have infinite stuff. I'll never be able to actually use all of the time that I'm going to be getting. So I spent 100 gold to literally just lose 100 gold there. I got exactly the same reward back. That's not a great deal. At least it's all statistics that we're going to be adding in, and I'll also be able to tell how much gold I spent in re-rolling as well. Okay, yeah, whatever, I'll re-roll once. Maybe I'll get a premium tank out of it. No, I don't really want the 5 times 50% experience boosters. I guess I'm just going to have to permanently just keep clicking them. It does feel a bit arbitrary to have all of these boosters, right? I guess Wargaming are also thinking that if they can make you spend your dollars on things that you will just leave inside your account and not use, then if you decide to stop playing the game, that they kind of win. So I spent 100 gold to get 10 gold. Awful result. That happens though, but you know what? If you think about all of the times I've re-rolled, which is probably about 20 times so far, that was paid for with the re-roll to get the T54. When I re-rolled and I got the T54 mod 1, I managed to get myself 7,800 gold from that re-roll, which would pay for the equivalent of 78 re-rolls. So I strongly suggest that you should re-roll something like this, because that's 10 gold. Re-roll it. Do we get something better? Don't re-roll twice, though. I think the twice is too expensive, because you could end up just getting something just flat out way worse. But I would definitely recommend to re-roll once. Alright, so hopefully this is useful to all of you. Hopefully I'm trying to get some kind of a meta here, trying to figure out how you can try and get the most value. Ugh, that's not value. But again, you shouldn't think about the initial result. You should think about the chances. And it's looking like, at least with the reroll system, that if I spend 100 gold, and I've done that 20, 30 times, and I've got a premium tank out of it, I think it's definitely worth it. Because I got 7,800 gold from it. I mean, that's a terrible result. But you have your losses, right? Look at it. I'm literally sounding like a mathematician, or I'm literally sounding like a gambler right now. It's truly outrageous. It's truly outrageous. This should not be incorporated into video games. Why do you have mechanics like this? Is it so that we spend more money? You want us to put money into the game and feel good about spending it? I guess. But why couldn't we just spend our $40 and get our tank guaranteed? And actually spend our money on things that we truly wanted rather than gambling to be able to get things that we really don't want. That's a terrible result. Can you believe I've only got one personal training manual so far? I think the personal training manuals are rarer than the premium tanks. Rarer than the premium tanks. YouTube. Oh, 250,000 credits spent to get 10 and 100 gold to get 10 gold. Awful, 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 awful. Okay, you know what? This is going to take a very long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a supercut of this. From now on, I've opened up like 60 crates. It's taking like half an hour to be able to do this. So in the interest of the fact that it's going to take, this will otherwise be an hour-long video, I'm going to show you the highlights and then I'm going to show you the statistics at the end. Okay, so we got a good highlight here. We managed to get the VK 16801P. Once again, that's the second time I've managed to get that vehicle. So far we've got 2 T77s, we've got 2 VK 1601s, and I get 10,000 gold as a compensation. That was on my 69th key. Yeah. We also got a T54 mod one as well. Alright, let's continue. Alright, another crate went my way. We managed to get an FV4 202, 6,500 credits, and also 5 hours of 50% extra experience. And that was on my 82nd crate. And another one, the M4A1 Revelarice, 6,500 gold compensation. I mean, am I going to have 500,000 gold by the end of this? Probably not, but we're going to be getting pretty close to having it. That was on box 92. These things take a long time to open up. And another one, we got ourselves a Super Pershing, 6,400 gold compensation. And that happened on box number 98. So I actually just had a real bad dry spell, but then I re-rolled one of the crates and just confirming to me that while you will lose quite significant amounts of gold if you go on a bit of a dry spell, you won't be effectively getting anything from the crates, but just re-rolling them is pretty much totally worth it in my opinion. 5,800 gold from the HWK 30 compensation there, and also 5 hours of credit boosting. That's a great result. That's my first HWK 30 there. But as you can see, it's been quite a while since I actually managed to get one of those tanks from. In fact, I'm now down to 122 crates, showing you that it was exactly 30 crates since we opened up that Revelarice. So I just opened 30 crates in a row, and I was re-rolling pretty much all of them, and I didn't manage to get a tier 8 premium vehicle. So that shows you that I went on what I will call about a 45 crate or even a 50 crate dry streak there. So that was the equivalent of $50 worth of crates if you didn't re-roll them, and I didn't manage to get any premium tanks in them at all. So yeah, I guess maybe the luck in my first 100 crates, or shall I say the first 92 crates that I opened, was maybe exceptional. But we just went on the equivalent of 45 crate no opening. So I'm really actually happy that I'm continuing to do this. I was thinking after 100 crates, oh, I've got enough of a video for YouTube. Maybe I just shouldn't bother to actually open up the 100 crates because it's taking me so long to be able to do this. However, I'm glad I'm sticking through it. I'm glad we're getting a bit of a bad streak there so I can have a more realistic expectation as to what the chances are of the crates. Because obviously if I open up 100 crates and I just call it quits at that after I've managed to have really good luck for the first 100, then that doesn't really mean anything. If it's not as good as if I had opened up 200 crates to really get you the idea of what the statistics are inside them. I think I'm going to even end up now, if I don't get any premium vehicles from the rest of the crates, I will still be very lucky. But let's see if I continue to get incredibly lucky or whether it was maybe just a one-off for the first 100 crates. Alright, just got a tier 8 premium French tank destroyer, the AMX CDA 105. That is 9,600 gold compensation. I will take that very much. Happy about that one. It's always nice to get 9,600 gold for $1. It happened on crate 140. All right, we'll re-roll that one for sure. I'm pretty much just re-rolling everything now that isn't, shall I say, a really good result. Oh gosh, that's awful. Re-rolled a premium day or whatever it was to be able to get 10 gold. Ugh. That's what happens though, but you know, I'm not complaining when I'm re-rolling and I'm getting the tier 8 premium tanks. Wow, I just re-rolled a crate from a demounting kit, and I managed to gamble that 100 gold to be able to get 9,800. Got a Stridsvagn S1. Totally worth re-rolling your crates if you don't need the rewards. Totally worth it, at least once. I'm wondering if maybe I should have gone deeper. Anyway, that was 144 crates opened. So that was literally 4 crates later to be able to get the S1. I'm not sure if I'm just getting incredibly lucky or whether these are actually pretty darn good value crates. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tier 8 premium tanks. So I'm roughly getting 1 in every 20 crates so far. Oh, did I just make a mistake and actually re-roll twice? Okay, well, let's continue. Let's do a test. All right, here we go. 500 re-roll. Wow, 500 re-roll. Okay, last 500 re-roll. Oh, yes. No, 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 no. Goodness gracious, that is not a good result. How much did I just spend? I'll take the 5 credit boost because that's a good result for me. I just spent 100 gold. So I spent $1 to get 100 gold. Then I gambled the 100. Then I gambled 250. So I'm 250 down. Then I gambled, was it 2 or was it 3 lots of 500? I think it was 3 lots of 500. I gambled 1,500 gold. So I was down 1,750 gold there for my $1. Yes. Yeah, probably not the best way to be spending it. It does get incredibly expensive if you gamble past the first time. I honestly think you should gamble the first time if you don't get a decent enough reward. But I strongly do not recommend gambling 250 and then 500 gold and then 500 gold. You're literally spending your gold. I mean, that's a new system as well. This reopening system actually allows people the possibility to spend their gold that they had before they spent their $1 to be able to get the crate to hopefully get the tank that they want. I mean, that is gambling. You're gambling what you have. The gold, you can literally go down from these crates. It's crazy. You can get less value than what you had. But I guess that's the risk. But it truly is gambling then. Like this new mechanic, it is, in my opinion, pure gambling now. But hopefully I can make all of you as educated as I possibly can so you can make the best informed decisions. And I always will re-roll once. I won't re-roll a second time, even with a result like that. Okay, so that's my second personal training manual. Definitely not re-rolling that. Just to let you know, your chances of getting a personal training manual are about 1 in 100. It's harder to get a personal training manual than it is to be able to get one of the premium vehicles. I don't know why I'm so excited though, but it's almost more exciting for me on this account at least to get a personal training manual than it is to get a premium tank. Alright, so after a drought, managed to get myself a VK16801. Once again, that's the 3rd time I've managed to pick up this vehicle. Obviously, I'm happy because I'm getting the gold compensation. I can tell you I wouldn't be so happy if I was actually getting that vehicle because it's not really the best one. It's totally not a very good tank to be able to get. But to be able to get in my 168th crate... Oh, I should have re-rolled that one, my bad. It's because I was talking. Goodness gracious, look at me, bad rolling tanks because I was talking, right? That was actually my 167th crate to be able to get the 3rd VK. Not too bad to be able to get that 20k gold, but when you think about the $200 that we're spending to be able to get it, yeah, realistically, not too good. All right, just re-rolled to manage to get a Lerva. That's 11,200 gold compensation. And while it was on my 170th crate, the thing is that I've been re-rolling pretty much all of them. So what you're seeing is the equivalent of opening up a lot more than 170 crates. All right, so another Super Pershing, 6,400 gold on box 177, but obviously with a lot of re-rolls. All right, just managed to get my first ELC even 95,800 500 gold compensation, and that was on box number 187. Not many more to go. Wow, on the very next box, I re-rolled one time and I got the FV4 202. That's another 6,500 gold. Although I clarify it was with a re-roll, so I've opened up probably more like 300 or even 350 equivalent boxes with the re-roll mechanic, which I've been spending my gold to do. But here's the thing, even if you re-rolled every single box that you open and you open 100 crates, that's the equivalent of 10,000 gold to be able to re-roll, and I think that you've got a very high chance of being able to get the extra vehicles in those crates. Alright, so I'm going to comment on the last few ones. Alright, 250,000 gold, let's re-roll it, see if we get anything good. And I'll tell you what, for a little bit of fun, on the very last box, YouTube, why don't we do a full re-roll, spend 1,850 gold on the final box and see what you would get if you were to literally full gamble inside the loot crate. All right, just got a T92 out, I think, my 195th crate. That's a cool 5,800 gold there, and the first time that I managed to be able to pick up that vehicle. Also 5 credit boosters, very nice. Sorry, it was my 104th crate, I guess. Actually, 103rd if you're thinking that the one that we had there. 193rd, I should say. Let's re-roll that one. We're getting close to the end now. I'm not kidding you. It's taken me an hour and a half. Oh, no, I don't want to do a 250 re-roll. It's taken me an hour and a half to be able to open up these crates. It takes an exceedingly long time, even if you're just there hammering it as fast as you possibly can. There's really not any way to do it quicker, because obviously with the re-roll mechanic, you can only do 1 crate at a time compared to the Christmas event, where I think that Wargaming allow you to open up 5 crates at the same time. Alrighty then, cool. What are we going to get for our last few crates? Here we go. 4 more special Footlockers, the only ones that I'm going to be able to get. Well, I guess I could buy more from the shop if I really wanted. Let's re-roll this one. What are we going to get for our re-roll? A day of premium. Again, not great when you don't get the super special flashy things, which I've been showing you inside the supercut, right? Okay, last 3 crates. Come on, baby. I mean, this is where I would be like super sweating, usually at Christmas, because I haven't got what I wanted on my main account. But luckily, I did manage to get the T77 twice in my first 37 crates, but I haven't seen one since. So I've actually gone now 163 crates, 200 if you include the re-rolling, and I haven't seen another T77 since then. So I would implore all of you, be incredibly careful if you think that you want to open up these crates specifically to get the T77. Because while I managed to get 2 in my first 30 to 40 crates, I haven't managed to get one since in my subsequent 200 crates pretty much. Alrighty then, so here we go, the final crate. So now I want to show you just how expensive this is going to be. Look, I've managed to get myself 444,000 gold on this account. That's absolutely outrageous. But watch what happens if you go too deep on the crates. Let's find out. I mean, if I get like a tank, am I really going to re-roll it, considering it's my last crate? Yeah, I'm going to re-roll that. Okay, so I just got 100 gold for my $1. Now let's spend the 100 gold that I got for my $1 and re-roll the crate. Yeah, it's not really what I want. Okay, well, now I've spent my $1 and I don't have any gold. Now I'm going to spend 250 gold that I had before I opened that crate. So I'm effectively 250 gold down to get 350,000 credits. Not what I want, right? Okay, well, let's spend 500 gold now. So now I'm going to be 750 gold down. 750 gold down of my own credits. Okay, that's not quite what I wanted. Okay, 1,250 gold. I'm going to spend it. I get an experience booster. Okay, how about 1,750 gold? And my $1. And what will it give me? If it gives me the T77, it'll be hilarious. Okay, so I just spent 1,750 of my gold and $1 to be able to get 5 hours of 50% experience boosting. Yeah, I don't think that was a very good trade. But I did it to show you all how I recommend that you open your crates. Of course, you open your crates however you want to. Look, it's your money. It's your gold. You spend it however you want. But I'm going to let you know what I honestly think is the best way to be able to do it in my opinion. Okay, so firstly, you need to consider, is there something that's just appeared in front of your screen that you really wanted? Like for me, a personal training manual, I'd probably spend $1 to be able to get one of those. They're fantastic for being able to train up crews. Also, if you get 50% extra credits for an hour, I think that's great as well. I think that everything else, apart from maybe 3 days of premium, is, should we say, the runners-up prizes. They're the consolation prizes. Those are the things that you don't want. And so I would re-roll all of those one time. I would spend the 100 gold that you get to re-roll because, frankly, you're going to be getting more of a chance to be able to get something truly meaty. So let's take a look to see how many demounting kits I got. 88! I got 88 demounting kits. I now have 133 hours of credit boosting, so I literally got 99 of those. Okay, YouTube, so I realized I've made a bit of a mistake here. I didn't realize that the training booklets that you could get were for each individual nation, and so only recorded the amount of Soviet training booklets that I had before I started opening the loot crates. Now, I got 5 Soviet books, and considering that there are 11 nations in the game, then I'm going to average this to the fact that I got 55 books. So firstly, I want to show you the results of how much I got in each one of the crates that I opened. So by following the re-rolling method that I described, I was able to get 663 gold per crate and also a T77 on top. But remember, that's because I have every single one of these premium tanks, and so I was getting a lot of compensation for getting duplicates of them. And the reason why my gold was so high is because I effectively got 128,700 gold compensation for receiving premium tanks that I already owned. And so what this effectively means is that if we look outside of the gold that I got in compensation for the premium vehicles, I actually got 3,900 gold just raw in 200 crates. But of course, that's because I was spending a lot of the gold to be able to re-roll. Sometimes, you know, on the final crate, we actually ended up losing 1,750 gold. And what this effectively means is that out of all of the 200 crates that I opened, I actually used the re-roll feature about 150 times. i.e., I spent 15,000 gold of the 20,000 that I got from Wargaming to re-roll 150 of the crates to effectively mean that I kind of opened 350 crates worth for the 200 crates that I opened. Now, why that's super important is for what I'm going to discuss next. The results of the amount of premium tanks I got from the 350 opened or re-rolled crates are actually staggering. We got 2 T77s, 3 VK16801s, HWK30, a T92, an M4A1 Reveille, 2 FV4202s, 2 Super Pershings, 1 AMXC DA105, 1 Stritzfang S1, 1 Lerva, 1 T54 Mod 1, and 1 ELC even 90. And so this means that I received 17 tier 8 premium tanks. But keep in mind that I effectively opened or rolled 350 of them, which means that your chance to be able to get a premium tank, a tier 8 premium tank, I calculate as roughly 1 in 20. But of course, maybe I was lucky. If I was twice as lucky, then it would be 1 in 40. If I was, for some reason, unlucky, even though I definitely don't think that was the case, it could be up to 1 in 10 crates. However, maybe a little bit more worrying will be all of the players out there who are just thinking, okay, I have everything apart from that T77. What is the chance of me getting a T77 if I buy these crates and I re-roll all of the contents once? Well, I managed to get 2 T77s in the 350 crates that I opened or I re-rolled, meaning your chances of getting the T77 specifically are 0.5% in 100. So you've got 1 in 200 chance of getting the T77. And so this means that if you want to have an even chance to be able to get this tank, that you are going to have to buy 100 crates and then re-roll pretty much every single one of them that doesn't give you a tier 8 premium tank, obviously. And so ladies and gents, boys and girls, I'd like to warn all of you again, do not buy these crates if all you want is the T77. If, like me, you have all of the premium tanks that are available inside the special Footlockers. If you don't need one of these vehicles, if you don't need any of these vehicles, you're literally lowering your chance of being able to get something that you actually want. And if all you want is the one that Wargaming have outlined, and which will inevitably be an exclusive inside these loot crates for the next 6 to 9 months, just like it was with the Object 7032 and the E75 TS that was available in the Christmas loot boxes, I implore you all, do not buy these crates if all you want is the T77. Because if you flip a coin right now, okay? If you flip a coin and you call it correctly, then if you'd bought 100 crates, you would have got the T77. But if you hadn't, you wouldn't get it, even if you'd bought 100 crates inside this. If you spend $100 just to be able to get the T77 and you lose your coin flip, you won't get it. If you flip that coin again, that could be the next $100 that you spent as well. You could be $200 down, and if you lose 2 coin flips, which is going to happen 1 in 4 times, you're not going to have the T77. Do not buy these loot crates if all you want is to get the new exclusive tank, at least for the next 6 to 9 months. Save yourself $100, save yourself $200, save yourself what could be up to infinite dollars if you're incredibly unlucky, and just get it in 6 to 9 months time. But there's no guarantee that Wargaming are going to sell it. And Wargaming, once again, I implore you, please let us buy the T77. Please let your super loyal customers who only want the new content because they've supported you already and they have it all to be able to purchase things for just a fair price. Put it in the shop for $50. If you really want to try and make some more money out of us, put it in the shop for $60 and include some gold or some premium time that people have to buy. Even though that's evil, it's a lesser evil in my opinion than making people gamble to be able to get new content inside loot crates. And especially with the new reroll mechanism, I can imagine that there are going to be some people out there for what money is tight right now. If you don't have a lot of money, maybe you only have $10 to be able to buy the loot crates, but you've got a load of gold from Christmas last year. Maybe you're going to re-roll each crate 5 times. That would allow you to effectively spend $10 but open up 50 crates worth of loot, or have 50 crates worth of chances. But you would have to spend 17,500 gold from your own account, and you would literally be down. And it's categorical gambling inside the game. There should be no system that allows you to re-roll more than once. I think you should be able to gamble what you have. It should be double or nothing. This idea that it could go up to you literally spending 500 of your hard purchased or hard earned gold to be able to re-roll, to be able to get the new tank that's out there, I just can't support it. I can't support it at all. And that's why I have to be so strongly worded and just be so hopefully constructively critical about these gambling loot crates. And so, ladies and gents, boys and girls, congratulations if you made it towards the end of this video. It was a long one, and I really hope that the hours that I spent opening these crates and being able to get all of the statistics from them for you and the recommendations that I've made, which will hopefully allow you to be able to get as much value as you possibly can from your hard-earned cash, will be useful. If it was, give it a thumbs up. If you absolutely hated the video, give it a thumbs down. And let me know in the comments what you think about Wargaming, not just having loot crates for Christmas, but also having them for September. Kind of worries me, because Wargaming just thinking that we're going to keep racking up hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of gold inside our garage with pretty much nothing to be able to actually spend it on. It's a bit worrying to me. And as always, thank you so much for watching today, especially this long video. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I've got loads of tokens to be able to play the WT Alf E100. And so if you want to come and check out the stream today, I'm going to be live. I'm going to be playing the WT Alf E100 and trying to take on the World of Tanks player base. Hopefully I'll see you there.